Well, hey there folks, it's Simeon here. We're just wrapping up day 5 of the first citizens hearing on disclosure, and all I can say is the whole thing's been a big wow. It's just really been amazing. I've been involved in this field for almost 20 years, ever since I got involved with remote viewing, and we have just heard some fantastic witness testimony over the past 5 days, a level of candor and focus and transparency that I have never seen before with this issue. It's really been great, and our former congressmen have done a great job. They were really open-minded. They asked very good questions. I was very satisfied with their participation. It was very intelligent, and this whole thing's really been great. Just today, we've heard from witnesses, just a few, and I encourage you to go to the live. Well, it's over now, not the live tapes, but the replay. It'll be available shortly, translated into 5 languages, to listen to all of it. But we heard in the morning from James Callahan, former FAA administrator who was responsible for looking into the 1986 Japan Airliners incident in Alaska, and just to hear about the meetings he had with the FAA and intelligence officials who wanted to find out what had happened. They told him, at the end, this meeting never happened, the event never happened, you're all sworn to secrecy. And he finally asked them, well, why? Why do you want the tapes? And what's the big deal? They said to him, these intelligence officials said to him, quote, paraphrasing him, we've never had more than 1 minute of radar tracking of a UFO before. You have 31 minutes, and this is the first time we've ever seen anything like that where we can analyze the data. We also heard from Colonel French again, who told us about his insights and sightings over the years. This is the man who has the most combat missions of anyone alive right now, over 860, who's seen a lot of these events himself firsthand. Also especially fascinating was testimony from Milton Torres Jr., whose father in 1957 was ordered in England in the Ipswich area and then out over the North Sea to fire upon an unidentified object. The command he was given was, go get him and use your afterburners, fire all of your 24 rockets from this F-86 that he flew at the time. He said that this object was quite large, and it was able to accelerate from a very slow speed to Mach 10 instantaneously. And what could do that back in 1957? When he attempted to lock on with his missiles, the object just moved way out of range, and he was never able to fire at it. But the main thing was that Milton Torres was told as he landed, like I've heard so many times from people I've interviewed and talked to over the past years, you are not to talk about this ever to anybody, and he didn't. And can you imagine how many people out there are living with that burden? They've seen something like this, something literally out of this world. You want to tell your family about it and talk about it. It's just, what is it? And then you're told not to talk about it for reasons of national security. You're not told why. And then you have this burden. Now, to compound that, in the most amazing way, we heard from a witness I've never heard from before, that we were just referred to as anonymous. This is a man from the 1950s who joined one of the intelligence agencies to work serving President Eisenhower. And President Eisenhower, and this is a man who never before went public, he's just getting very elderly. At this point, he wants to get the story off his chest. And we saw an interview with him where he said President Eisenhower asked him to go out to what's known as Area 51, in particular areas S4 and S12, if I remember in particular, the area in Nevada, and run by the Navy. And Eisenhower wanted to know, are there UFOs and extraterrestrials out there? And this individual told us on the videotape, never before gone public before, that he had seen the UFOs there, the crash of the Roswell wreckage. It was kind of a wreck, but he was able to handle it. He said it was very light, maybe 150 to 300 pounds. He saw extraterrestrial bodies and was actually able to interact with a live extraterrestrial. And this is an individual, I'm told, who's been vetted by several sources, has been determined to really know what he's talking about. So just really quite amazing evidence from, again, a new individual about the reality of this phenomenon. I would encourage you, if you know somebody or if you're someone who has an experience like this and can share it with the rest of the world, I would encourage you to do that. And I've talked to so many people over the years whose parents have had some experience with this. World War II veterans, people who served in Korea or Vietnam. If you know someone who has a story like this, or you can do this yourself, it's very important to get this information out, and it's many years later it's a relief for these witnesses to be able to talk. And you can be part of this process too by getting together to talk to people that you know who can share, share information like this. So anyway, it's been a fascinating experience in 5 days. Quite amazing. We've really moved the ball down the field, and I would encourage you to get involved yourself, look at the replays, and we'll just take it from there and move forward into a more open and transparent world where we find out what's really going on and the truth about who we are and what we're doing in this universe. And what can be more fun than that? Okay, thanks for listening, and we'll be talking to you soon. Take care.